Okay, well, welcome everybody this morning. So I'm going to kind of go through some of the basics. A lot of the setup has already been done. So what I'm going to do is just kind of cover a branch, what needs to be done at a branch level now. I won't cover the admin stuff that we kind of covered with Jeff and stuff like that, so that doesn't bog you down. Simply because branches are actually going to be limited to their branching where they're siloed to that location. So when a branch manager logs in, he's going to see what I call the wheel, which is this honeycomb looking circle here, which are all apps. Okay. So when a branch manager logs in, he's going to actually just go into the operational part of his branch. And because branch managers are siloed to their branch, you won't see the entire company branch portfolio. This is just because I'm a super admin. So you would simply go into your icon there and it launches a new wheel, which gives you the operational ability to function within your branch and do things that need to be set up. Okay, one of the things that needs to be done is the branch needs to be set up, and most of it's already done. Most of all of your techs already have been entered into the system, but a branch manager has the ability to add a technician or a route. Let me define those two things first of all. A route is static with the company. It belongs to the company. It doesn't go anywhere. That data actually lives here at this branch. Technicians we know transfer from city to city. They may be a floating tech that may come in for the season and then move back to another city or whatever it may be. Or we just lose them through attrition of some type, whether they move on, they get married, they move, they join the military, whatever it is. We know they come and go, so we can move them around. Routes, on the other hand, are static, like I said, belong to the company. Again, these are the routes that were set up for Austin here, and a branch manager has, again, ability to add a new truck and then associate a technician to it. I'll show you how that connects the dots there. With any software, never delete anything out of the system, because once you start a route and it starts moving chemistry through that vehicle, that financial data belongs to the company, and if you delete it, it's kind of like QuickBooks or Peachtree. You have to have an entry for an offsetting entry. You can't just go in there and delete a check, and you can't just write a check. In accounting software, this is the same thing. It is keeping an accounting of dollar amount and chemistry that's going in and out of the company. Okay, so never delete one, even though you have the ability to delete one. I suggest you rename it instead of delete it. And by doing that, the way you do that is, if I were to, let's just say T1000 got a new vehicle and that old one was going out, and we got T1000B now as a new vehicle coming in. So what you would do is just click on that app, and it gives you an edit pencil right here in the top right. And you can go in there and edit the information on that route right there. Again, never delete one. So if T1000 were to change to a new vehicle or it got a new truck, then you could actually call that T1000B if you wanted to. Always rename it, never delete it. I can't stress that to you more, because I've had guys go in there and delete information, then what it does, it'll skew the entire inventory across the board. Okay, so again, can't stress that more. Never delete. Okay. Setting up routes, there are some things when you do add new routes to the system. The city and state is important to put in there, and also profiling. We have set up profiling for setup of ease. In other words, we've pre-approved a chemistry list that is living under that profile. So anytime you set up a new route, you want to go ahead and associate the profile to it so that it picks up the chemistry list. In essence, what that is a shopping cart, very similar to Amazon or whatever it is. It's already been pre-built and pre-approved by the company to be used within the company. The system always defaults to where it needs to be, which is stock unit of measure. Stock unit of measure is the way you put it on the truck. Okay. Purchase unit of measure is the way you buy it for the branch. So it's important to know the difference between those two, but the system will always default where it needs to be. Okay. Trucks do not purchase directly from suppliers. They pull from branches, so therefore they're pulling stock. Okay. So kind of keep those two things in mind. When you set up a new route, it's important to move it from test mode to live mode. Okay. So you will want to go live with it. If it's going to be a vehicle in service, then you stick it out there and move it to live. So this is when you're setting up a new route. So if you have a new hire, putting the guy in a new truck, then it would need to be set up in here. We allow branch managers to do this because you guys are the eyes and the feet on the ground at that branch. It would be kind of foolish to be waiting on somebody at corporate office to set this up for you. So we give you that ability to do that as a branch